Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to go through the Igbo concept of Ilo-Uwa, reincarnation, the Igbo reincarnation. So I have 5 questions here. And I think the first one here is, what exactly is Ilo-Uwa and how does it differ from the religious interpretation of heaven, hell, what does our ancestors believe and all those things. And the second question here is, how does an individual recognize signs that they have come back into this world before? When signs go before. Is this your first time? Those kinds of questions. The third one is, what role does the chief play in Ilo-Uwa? And can a person choose their destiny before returning? That's an interesting question. And that one is Ilo-Uwa the same as Obanje? Or are they separate spiritual concepts? The final question is, can spiritual practices such as divination, Nebafa, or ancestral consultations reveal details about somebody's previous life? So these are very interesting questions. But before I continue, I want to show you some of the Igbo customized t-shirts that I make. And so this is one of the shirts that I make. So if you want these kinds of shirts, or you want maybe you want me to customize maybe your traditional name or anything at all, so just hook me up. I can make them with proverbs and also use Igbo icons to make them eye-catching as well. So you can text me. I will leave my number. So let's continue now. Ilo-Uwa, first of all, the Igbo man, in our Igbo traditional worldview, we do not believe in the concept of heaven or hell. Heaven or hell is a religious concept. It came from Christianity. They're the people that brought that ideology, that perspective into our community, into our land. They came with the idea of, oh, if you do well, you go to the kingdom of God. If you don't do well, you burn in hell. This is why they also brought the concept of Ekwensu. They now told our ancestors that Ekwensu is like the devil that punishes you in hell, which is not true. Ekwensu is a different concept, a very important pantheon within the Igbo cosmological sciences or system. Now, the idea of Ilo-Uwa in Igbo cosmology is that Madana Biowa, it is like a cycle of life. When they give birth to you, you get to your adulthood. That's when you get married. That's when you've gotten land, you've achieved some sort of wealth within your adulthood. Now there's a decline at the point of death. Now, when at that point of death, there's something our ancestors called Echihare Mo. When you now have a review of your life, as at that point, it could mean that throughout your existence, throughout from birth to adults to your old age, when you're your deathbed, you've not really achieved your cosmic purpose. It could now mean that you need to replay again. You need to come back and pass through this cycle with one purpose to fulfill your cosmic purpose. This is what you call it. It means that you're going to reincarnate, you're going to come back, you're going to with one purpose to fulfill the purpose on which your essence, your anchor was created. So this is Ilo-Uwa. Now, at the point whereby you're this old age and you feel that you've accomplished everything that you have to accomplish, then that's it. Your cycle ends. You've achieved it. You've grown your consciousness, your anchor, your chi is satisfied. You're satisfied. There is nothing, there is no experience again. There is nothing that. This is when your consciousness now does what? Evolves or transforms or goes into what we call Ikele or becomes an Onichie. Remember, people don't just turn out to be an ancestor. You don't just die and automatically you become an ancestor, you become an Ndichie. No, you have to have been able to have fulfilled your cosmic purpose and grown your consciousness before you become what? Ndichi, before you become that group of intercessors, group of ancestral spirits that we the living call on when we need guidance and protections and whatnot. So there is a cycle. Now, what makes it very different from the colonial, from the religious concept of heaven and hell is that they believe that you have only one chance. The moment you've gotten to that old age and you did not live, it's not even about growing your consciousness. It's not about living to fulfill a purpose. The purpose of being, existing here is so that you're going to serve God. In the catechism, ha sị gị onye kere gị asị gị Chukwu kere gị, asị gị maka gịnị ka Chukwu ji wee kee gị, which is that purpose that they are answering for you in catechism. They will ask you that question, maka gịnị ka Chukwu ji wee kee gị, and you say na Chukwu kere m ka m malụ ya, fụọ ya n'anya, na-efe ya tupu ụwa m na-ewe, so that when you now die, you will now go back to God the Creator. So Christianity, they've answered that question for you, purpose, which is your whole mission here. It is not even to grow your consciousness. It is not for you to achieve, experience life, learn about life, the mysteries, the intricacies of life. It is just for you to serve God. So the moment you're not serving God, you've been doomed to hell via Christian logic. So that is the contrast. That's the difference. And the second question: how does an individual recognize the signs that they have come back into this world? Now, at the point, when you're about to reincarnate, because in my processes, I wrote it in my book, Chinezumezu. Now, there are processes when the chi comes into the family, or saying not your can mother and this family. Then the ancestors will not, because of the meeting the chi or draw yes now okay ke akara konya gi buka buye sonya biwa. And the question becomes, oh my god, maybe the Dibia wants this person to serve as a Dibia or to serve as a blacksmith, and within that family social construct, they're harder about Dibia, they don't become Dibias, they don't become so and so. The ancestors will say Mba. Then the chi would also go into another family looking for the perfect family where where the essence of this chi will create this individual without issues, and this person will be able to fulfill the purpose of Ilo-Uwa. So the moment chi kechere, what is the ending, what is what or ham, what ihe ga-eso mmadụ wee bịa ụwa, then they will now head to what our ancestors call Akpo or Kalete. This is the place where our ancestors believe that before you come here, you're going to sign your cosmic oath. The Ilo-Uwa entails the kind of life you're going to live, how you're going to structure your life, the milestones you're going to achieve when you're here, and what now constitutes the fulfillment of your purpose at that particular point. Now, once that has been done, and the moment when you're about to have consciousness, when I be kumendo, you lose every single awareness. Scientists, I don't know this, of course, science, I be philosopher, I be a psychologist that says that children are born as a tabula rasa. You come as an empty slate. You come as an empty slate. Now, as you are now living life, there are there are signs that are personal to you, and they are very subtle. Maybe you're walking on a particular path, you start having this feeling of familiarity. Oh, this place looks very familiar to me. It's as if I've been here before. It's as if your intuitions, everything begins to go on override. It begins to kick in. To have this sense of familiarity around a person or around a place. This points towards what? A sense of familiarity that are feeling at your core. Because the signs that many of us are looking for is something that is overtly obvious. Oh, this is obvious. No, there's no that way. But intuitions. And these are intuitions that will be guiding you, except you're this kind of person, but not in a form more. You see spirits. When you sleep, they'll come and start sharing informations to you. It helps, but most of us are not like that. So intuitions, they guide us. Now, when you're about to eat a certain thing, you feel a certain way. Maybe they even you don't like to stay outside for a certain time, a certain time, maybe 6 no. You don't know why. If somebody keeps you outside past 6 o'clock in the evening, you're very agitated and you don't know why. Deep down, you feel something is wrong. So these are the intuitions, the signs that helps us to navigate life, which are telling us that, which is simply what pointing to our previous life. So everything is just interconnected. But those signs are very, very subtle. Now, the third questions: what role does the chi play in Ilo-Uwa? And can a person choose their destiny before returning? That's a very interesting question. Now, I've told you earlier, before Chima de get mother, the Chi is going to go to the Chi to ask questions. Now, what role does the Chi plays here? Now, the main essence of reincarnation in Lower is to fulfill a purpose. This purpose are not fulfilled, but set up by a person's Chi. Your Chi sets it up for you. Now, because your Chi sets it up does not mean that you're in where on. You are your chi is you. Now, the first ritual that I performed in Ordinary was a kind of rituals that connects my Onyowa, my reincarnator, to my chi, that creates them to become one singular entities. If I want to perform chi ritual, I'm also performing Onyowa ritual at the same time. There is one case with Meremia. Ancestors believe that chi adin izu, nothing happens without your chi being in agreement. Your chi has to agree that something is going to happen for it to happen. Without your chi being in agreement, that thing can never happen. So, first of all, the chi has assigned, or the chi has agreed that Ginedi Igabiakwa Owozo. Now, during Ilowa, the chi agrees to certain conditions. The condition can now include the family that you were born into. I've said it before. Which family? Oporo family ni kachi but say, okay, I want to create this person into it. No, because of Awu, Akalaka, it has to tally with what that family is known for. So the chi would also determine or choose the family that you're going to be born into, the purpose or the mission you're coming to fulfill. We all have this purpose. We all have why we are coming here. That is different from having, having some sort of financial liberations or being. There is a cosmological purpose that we are coming back to fulfill, or that we're coming here to do. So your chi places those conditions. Now, another one is that they lessons that a person needs to learn from their past life. The chi also conditions it and tailors it. Now, are there any unresolved spiritual obligations? Do you have any karmic debt? All those things are roles that the chi plays, because the chi does what? The chi makes sure that you're coming to do what? To fulfill these things and to place all those things in when they are supposed to actualize. And most of the reasons why people actually reincarnate, because most times if we follow our chi, there could be some sort of resolving this email or again, and that's it. If we follow how the chi have predestined it. But sometimes because of our human intuitions and socializations, we sort of have a drawback. We have a conflict, and like, okay, for instance, now many of us get an joke now and dibia. You will know that you're already having an existential crisis because your religious affiliations will not allow you to serve as a dibia. Now your chi can try to show you, to try to make you life uncomfortable, and you're still saying, no, this is what I want to do. Your chi will not do what you don't want it to do. Your chi can strive, but at the end of the day, because your chi knows that you have the opportunity, the chances to have to redo, to have a second chance. So your chi lets you. Now at that point in your death, when you're now having this in your self-reflection, this is when you realize what your chi was trying to do, which now creates a comeback, that okay, this is what I'm coming back to do, with your chi as your sole witness to why you're coming back. Now, can a person choose their destiny before returning? Chi and Akalaka are 5 and 6. They go hand in hand. So your chi has already known the destiny, the path you're supposed to take, but you make the ultimate decisions. You make the ultimate decisions. So you choose your akalaka and your chi becomes your witness. Your chi becomes your witness. And like I tell you, you are your chi. Both of you are one, indistinguishable. Both of you, which means that whatever destiny you choose, your chi will stand beside you. If that destiny is the kind of destiny that is going to ruin you, your chi would obviously object. But ikwechiri, your chi no problem. Asigonyekwe, chi ekwe, your chi will agree. But at the long run, when that thing does not lead to you fulfilling your cosmic purpose, this is when the chi will step in, especially when you've done it your way. Then in the next cycle, your chi will say, oh yeah, let's try it this way. But ultimately, well, we believe that it is our own choice as human beings, but there are so many nuances to these things. So the fourth question is Ilo-Uwa the same as being an Ogbanje, or are they two separate spiritual concepts? Okay. I read about this thing once and people did not really agree. But I do believe that Ilo-Uwa and Ogbanje are the same thing. Ogbanje entails mother abiku, you die, you come back, you die, you come back because of what? There is one thing that you're targeting. Now we have different layers or different kinds of Ogbanje. Now Ogbanje, we know them as children who are born to die, children who are coming to maybe to sort of punish their parents, literally that their parents are fufu, or people that just simply they are just coming to frustrate to God bring misfortunes on their parents. Now this is one kind of ogbanje. We have other kinds of ogbanje. Now most of these ogbanje, the other kind are the ones that come to punish. The other kinds of ogbanje, whatever the DBS, and most of them fall under this category of ogbanje. But every one of us, because we have the ability to die and reincarnate, you see that Ogbanje and Ilo-Uwa are just the same concept but has different layered nuances. Now, we have different kinds of Ogbanje. Those ones that are coming to punish their parents for something, their own purpose of coming is because they want to create a system of forgiveness. For instance, our ancestors believed that aborted children would come back to punish their mother for doing what, for aborting them. At the same group, there's this group of Ogbanje children whom become a blessing for women who are barren. Maybe they've been walking around parading the spiritual world and they would see this woman that always cries for children and they would decide to or because they want to do what actually feature anya. So there are different kinds of Ogbanje and the reason why they are coming and what they are coming here to do. But to me, Ogbanje and Ilo-Uwa, they're almost the same concepts. I don't see them as two separate spiritual concepts. I can explain this one and explain that one, but different nuances. The final question: can spiritual practices such as divination or ancestral consultation reveal details about somebody's previous life? Yes. Yes, for instance, the concept of karmic debt, people who know they have a problem or because of the life they lived in their previous life, they now have a spiritual debt that is attached to them. The only place for them to get a reversal or for the only place for them to know what is happening to them is through the process of divination. Once they meet a dibia who divines for them and tell them, okay, this is happening to you because of what you did in your previous reincarnation, which what you're going to do is you're going to have a cleansing ritual to cleanse off the abomination that you committed in your previous life. So the only way to find out this information is through the Igbo divination process. So yes, the Igbo Alpha system can reveal one's previous life. Now, for some people that they can go to Alpha and they'll ask the basic question of ka ihe bụ nsochim or ka nsọ m ga-asọ. They could tell them, okay, don't eat a certain food, don't go out, don't do this one, don't do that one. And if you now go deep and ask, oh, why? They could tell you because your Onyowa died from poisoning. And in this reincarnation, it swore that it will never drink alcohol. Or maybe they say, oh, your Onyowa died when she was going to go and visit a friend so time. And in this reincarnation, she swore that she's not going to be outside past this, but she's trying to prevent her previous life tragedy from repeating itself again in this current one. So this is what Afa would reveal. And by revealing it, it now calls for actions that are going to save your life in this current reincarnation. So these are the few questions that I have here on Ilo-Uwa and Ilo-Uwa. So if you have questions that you want me to answer for you, drop them via the comment section or send me an email, and I'm going to try my best to answer them to be the limited information that I have. So until next time, if you also want my t-shirts, don't also forget to box me up. Have a wonderful day, like I said.